Frontmen of Country.
I got to tell you guys, when I heard you guys had created a supergroup, I was like, I hit my producer. I said, we have to get them in immediately. So let me introduce you guys. First of all, from Lone Star, Richie McDonald. Good to see you, Richie.
Thank you. Great to be here.
From Little Texas, Tim Rushlow. Tim, what's up, buddy? Woo! And Larry Stewart from Restless Heart. What up, Larry?
Yeah. How you doing?
Well, Larry, let me start with you. How did this come together?
Oh, well, it came together really sort of part-time almost 10 years ago. And it was his idea. And we ended up putting the three of us together and going overseas and playing for the troops for quite a few trips. And we would just do a few shows here and there, a couple handfuls a year. And then here we are, post-COVID.
Yeah.
Decide, let's do something different, guys.
Well, and there's such a demand for 90s country. You know, I would pay money. I'm not paying you today. Don't get any ideas.
What?
But Richie, I would pay money to watch this group, and you guys had to see that too. Like, you can go out and play all your hits, but also play like basically a whole generation. You know, with you three massive bands, still 30 million records altogether. Like, that had to be a part of it too. Like, we could really go out and really entertain a lot of people because there's such a demand.
Absolutely, and we're hoping that's what happens. You know, it's such a great era for music. Just the storytelling songs, and you know the melodic, you know, the music of the songs. We're excited about this. Just the three of us, and the thing is, it'll be an hour. We'll play an hour and a half. We could probably play 2 or 3 hours and still not play all the hits.
Tim, when I think of Little Texas, I think of the video for God Bless Texas, because I don't know. What year was that?
93.
Okay,
Hang on.
I think of the piece of paper stuck on his face. Do you think of that? With the piece of paper?
That's not what I think. I think about the girls, because I was 13 years old, and I'm watching CMT, and I'm like, there are really voluptuous ladies in Texas bikinis.
People always thought we were a big part of that, and in reality, we did the concert scene at South Fork Ranch, and everything else was shot without us. They took like 3 weeks and went around the whole state of Texas, and the cheerleaders, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, all that stuff, we weren't there for all that. But it was fun to see it final, you know.
Just killed the fantasy.
God, you just ruined everything.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I could be David Lee Roth for a minute, but
Oh, my goodness. I'm assuming, and this could be an awkward question, are we cutting in thirds here?
you mean money-wise?
Yeah. Are we all going in?
It's all Larry's.
We are.
I'm the oldest.
We are.
We're the side guys.
They haven't.
We haven't done a business plan yet.
We already been in those bands, man.
Did you guys ever tour together throughout the 90s, 2000s? Like, did Lone Star and Little Texas, Restless, did you guys ever end up on the same bill ever?
That's a great question.
Restless Heart did a couple of shows with Lone Star 2 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember in the early 90s, we did a show opening for Restless Heart in Oklahoma somewhere, and they were like hugeness, and we were starting, but we were just like, they were like the Eagles to us, and we were just in awe. And I was hoping that they would, you know, be great, and they were better than that. They were like, it was stunning. We kind of realized at that point we had to go back to the drawing board and get better, which was a great thing. They were a huge influence.
Were we nice?
You were very kind.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good day for you. It was good.
All the front men from Lone Star, Little Texas, and Restless Heart are here. They're in a new band called the Frontmen of Country. And Richie, I'm going to come over to you. You're with Lone Star for 30 years. That's a whole lifetime.
It really is. I mean, I took a little break there, you know, years ago, and we did some of this. But you know what? It's 30 years, and I love playing with those guys, Michael Dean Keach. This is just something new, just a new chapter, you know. I told my son, and he didn't like the way I put this, but I said, you know, in the twilight of my career, he goes, well, Dad, you're not in the twilight. I said, well, I'm not going to do this for 40 more years. I'm just telling you. But I don't know. This is just a really exciting chapter to get to sing with these two guys.
I got to imagine when Amazed hits, because it wasn't just a massive country song. It became it was everywhere. I mean, there started to be like dance, like
you heard that too.
Euro dance mixes of Amazed.
I was on my way home from Nashville one day, and I heard that dance mix to Amazed. I was like, who authorized that?
What's the feeling whenever you cross over from being a country star to where the whole world is hearing your music that doesn't even know country music? Does it feel different?
You know what? It really does, and I think the three of us have all had that song in our careers. but it just opened a lot more doors. Sitting in a listening room at RCA Records and P&A Records, and getting songs pitched to you, that song pitched to us, and going from the studio and then to watch it morph into what it did. Crossing over from country to pop to contemporary hot. I don't know all the different genres, but it's crazy. But it did allow us to do a lot more things, and it widened the fan base, I'd say.
This is a song that I will never dare to sing karaoke because it is so up there. You don't know. I can't even like.
Oh, come on.
No, I will not come on.
You should.
Listen, I'm in an industry and have a career that I don't have to pay to go to many shows, honestly. But this is so cool because you guys have songs of like my life. Like when you play these songs, we're gonna do God Bless Texas in a second. Like I know where I was at the exact time that these songs hit.
You brought up a good point. I think that when we first did this, it was just like fun. Like, wow, this is fun because we're actually fans of each other's bands big time, and we love to sing on each other's songs. But there's a common thread that runs through the three of our groups that's really, it's authentic. It's real. We're not trying to be, whatever. It's just really authentic, and it really is the soundtrack to people's lives. That 90s thing, that's just there's just something to it. And as we have grown and doing these shows, I think that was during the COVID thing, and then of course post that now. Thank God, we're going. You know what? We could go out and do this and have fun, and hopefully, if people are really trying to go, hey, what show can I go see? I got enough to see one. Well, we want to be. Hey, there's 3 acts here that can play a bunch of things and create an evening of a full fabric of the landscape of the 90s country, at least from the band perspective. So for us, it's kind of cool, and you said it's kind of your soundtrack. It's our soundtrack too. It's kind of cool.
Richie McDonald from Lone Star, Tim Rushlow from Little Texas, and Larry Stewart from Restless Heart are here. And if you missed the first segment, go back and listen to it on the podcast. But you guys are touring. I have all your show dates here. From April to November, you guys are on the road. I mean, three big stars, 3 big tour buses, different jets.
Yeah.
I mean,
3 road managers.
yeah, right? Like, is this like the Eagles? You don't get together until it's time to go on stage?
3 bodyguards. Yeah, we're
3 minivans actually starting out.
Are you guys doing the bus again? Like you get on the bus and going back out on the road that way?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We're going to do a lot of fly dates and a lot of bus dates. Yeah.
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 I mean,
we've got and some of the shows that we're booking now is going to be with a band as well. So we'll do some with just the 3 of us and some with a band behind us.
I'm telling you, if I were just getting to pick, I would have no band. I know the band would be great for that, but it's just to watch you, and I'm sure you're telling stories too in your show if it's just the 3 of you. I mean, This is primetime stuff.
the Unplugged show. You get more of that, where you get to hear the stories behind the songs. The band shows are more power because it's the full blown thing. But yeah, I'm with you. The Unplugged thing's pretty cool.
So you guys go check them out. The Frontmen of Country have all their tour dates up, starting in Grant, Oklahoma on April 16th, and then all the way to the end of November. Where are all these dates? You guys have a website, or what's happening here?
Yeah, frontmenofcountry.com. And then, of course, all our socials and Facebook and all that stuff that everybody has. So we're kind of all over. And we just announced this. And so our agency with Bob Kincaid Entertainment just put that out. And so that's what just initially splashed up quick. And there's a ton more coming where, we just haven't got them up yet.
So are you guys, because I mentioned earlier, you've sold over 30 million albums combined, but are you guys working on new music as well?
We actually did. Last year, we went in and recorded a song called "If It Wasn't for the Radio." So just to see how we sounded together, and it was a perfect song that, it lent itself to the front men because there was 3 verses, 3 choruses. Larry takes the first, and the first chorus. I take the second. Tim takes the third. But we really haven't discussed it much. But I do see in the future that, people need to hear "If It Wasn't for the Radio." It's really a great song. Hear our harmonies together. But also go back in and just hopefully make a little EP, finish it up.
So is there any sort of debate on which songs in the set list, like what's first when you do a show? You got a lot of hits. What do you start with?
That's a great question.
We usually start with me doing That Rock Won't Roll.
Okay. What do you end with?
That's usually, it's kind of easy because, we try to make the show flow, obviously,
Right.
from me, Larry to me, then Tim, but I usually think it's probably what you're going to.
God Bless Texas?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the
Probably.
crowd gets up, loves it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like between Lone Star and Russell Star, there's a lot of up-tempo songs in the show. It's not just ballad heavy, but that definitely is the one that gets people kind of rowdy, That's funny because that song, when we put that out, we were on Warner Brothers at the time, and they were like, "Man, guys, I don't know if you should put this out or not. This is regional at best. I mean, it's just a Texas song." And we were like, "Look, they're singing this in Salt Lake City loud. It's not even a single yet. Let's just put it out." So we did, and of course, it worked. So
Are you like, hey, knuckleheads, ever heard of Sweet Home Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, there's like 10,000 of those songs. Let me tell you, they're at the Frontmen _ Couldn't get the Frontmen of Country. Too many characters.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know.
You would know. Is that the rumor? Okay.
Yes.
Must be true.
At the Frontmen _ Is that right, gentlemen? Mike, yes. Okay.
Okay.
But then it's at thefrontmenofcountry.com.
Right.
Right. I don't know. I sing.
I just. You guys have to go to a show. I have to go to a
Yeah,
show.
it's so good.
Let me see if you guys are you guys coming near here? I don't see you near here.
Not yet.
I see Buda, Texas. I would go to that one. Let's see. Yeah. Or yeah, at the Frontmen _ You're on Twitter. I'm looking at it right now. Looking sharp, young, vibrant. Look at you guys.
Right on.
Photoshop.
Well, if
You're
you got time,
hired.
we can do a quick 90-minute show for you right now.
You know what? Do you guys know all the songs?
Uh-huh.
All of our songs?
Yeah. Like I'm saying.
Oh.
Have you guys practiced every song that you're going to do on a show?
Practice.
Give or take, yeah. I mean, we throw some wild cards. Sometimes crowds get nuts and they'll say something's not ours, and we'll go, "Oh yeah, we'll do that."
Like if I were going to go, I'm already there. Would you guys know that one?
I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair, the shadow on the ground. Yeah, we would know that one.
Okay, now, Bobby, do more.
Free
It's really fun.
bird! Listen, I'm going to let him go. The Frontmen of Country.
Oh,
Turn it up.
We can go all day.
Massive fan of all three of you guys.
Thank you.
Such a massive fan. I don't know quite where to look when I talk because I'm just trying to just equally spend 1/3 of time with each of you.
Thank
But
you for having us. It's
you
a pleasure.
guys, it's Richie McDonald from Lone Star, Tim Rushlow from Little Texas, and Larry Stewart from Restless Heart. I will go to a show if you come near and I'm in town. I will go. That's the biggest thing I can say, the biggest vote of confidence I can give you, but you don't need mine. And my final question is, if you could put a fourth singer up on this stage, who would it be and why would it be Bobby Bones?
Because he's a great singer and a great personality, and
We like that. We like
he let
that
us
answer.
be on his
You
show.
would totally be the MC host of the show, too. We would let you run with it. No, you can sing.
Nice, yeah! All right, the Frontmen of Country. Thank you guys. Go check them out.
Thanks
There
for
they are,
having us.
everybody.